Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Master Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And look who is back for his return visit. He loved the first visit so much, he said, I've got to get back on the Jim Master Show
Yeah.
live. And there he is, live and direct from New York. We're talking about renowned cartoonist, animator, filmmaker, graphic designer extraordinaire. Bill Plympton is with us live from New York City. Bill, how are you? And welcome back to the Jim Master Show live.
Well, I'm feeling really good. My family had the COVID, but I missed it for some reason. I don't know why.
Wow.
Maybe I'll get it next week, but I'm feeling very good. The whole family's great now. They're all negative, so things are going well.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. And I like the sweater and the shirt and the colors and very,
Yeah,
very nice. Very,
yes.
very, very topical and very, very beautiful.
Right, right. I was there about 10 years ago, and the
Oh, you
spirit
were?
was so good. It was after the Maidan. I think that's how they
Oh, yeah.
the big revolution, and they were very proud of their country. So I understand why they're fighting back.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So how have you been? What are some things, since we chatted last that
Mhm.
you've been working on and excited about?
Well, the big thing, of course, and that one reason I want to be on your show is I'm working on a new feature film. I probably mentioned it last time I was on there,
Yeah.
called Slide, and we're progressing slowly, but we're getting there. The animation's all done. It's all done with the animation. Now it's just coloring and voices and doing the background. So we're getting close to the end. So it's very exciting, but also some other stuff. I just did a new Simpsons couch gag, and it's going to open, I think, May 1st. It's going to be on The Simpsons. So watch that. They love my couch gags. I think I've done more than, oh, there you go. I've done more than anybody else. You got half my name there, Ply. I like that. Um, anyway, I love doing the couch gags. They're seen all over the world. They let me do whatever the hell I want, and the money is not bad. So it's really a treat for me to
How
do.
did that relationship happen with The Simpsons?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I was actually going to mention that. Um, I grew up in Portland, Oregon, and I
Yeah.
was going to Portland State University, and I went to a film festival, a local film festival, and this guy was showing these what do you call it, industrials. Industrials were long commercials, like,
Oh, yes, I used to host those.
yeah.
Yes.
And he was so funny. This is the funniest I've ever seen. And I went up to him and started talking to him. His name was Homer Graining. And he said, well, come on up to my house in the garage. I'll set up a projector and you can see more of my films. Really nice guy, super nice guy. And so I drove up there. I followed him up there. And on the floor was Matt Groening, who obviously is Homer's son. And
Yes.
he was doing cartoons. And so we've known each other for a long time. I think he was like 16 or 17 then. And I was about 20 actually, 21. And so we've been keeping in touch with Matt. And I saw him at an animation festival in France. And went out on a boat on this beautiful lake. And he said, Bill, you should do some stuff for The Simpsons. I said, yeah, I'd love to work for The Simpsons. So he hooked me up with the couch gag, and I've been doing it ever since. I think I've done about 7 or 8 of them, and they're really fun to do. Really enjoy them.
What is that process like in doing them?
Well,
How do you begin? How do you start? What's that like?
well, it's supposed to end up with them watching TV. That's the whole point of the gag. Is they're coming home from wherever they come from, and they sit on the couch and watch TV. And so I have lots of crazy ideas. In fact, a lot of the ideas I come up with are really maybe too offensive for Fox Television. But they let me do whatever I want. I just tell them the idea, and they say, "Okay, go with it." And they don't look at pencil tests. They don't look at animatics. They don't look at rough versions. They say, "Just finish it, and we trust you." And so far, they've never changed one of my films. They've never messed with it, and that is a good client to have. There was one I did, the only one that I changed, and this was Homer was eating a donut while he was drawing. He was an animator in this one. And so he was drawing, and then he had a donut in his hand, and he went up like this to eat the donut, and the pencil went right in his eye.
Ah,
And this was Matt's idea. It wasn't my idea. I
it
mean,
was their idea, right?
I would have loved to have done that, but it was. Yeah. So Matt can get pretty kinky. I mean, he realizes that the couch gang, you can get a lot more freedom.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, Matt, I love that idea. Let's do it. So we did it, and it was a very big hit.
And very well received. You know, that window, what that fantastic, is that a
Yeah,
painting? That is incredible.
that was real. That I think that's Italy. Where is that, Sandrine? Where?
Corsica.
Oh, Corsica. Yeah, Corsica, which is French, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, kind of French. And it's a beautiful.
And I got to hear when we were getting things set up, making sure the audio and the picture and everything was good. I got to hear the lovely French accent in my ear on the phone. That was a very nice way to.
Yeah, she's a wonderful artist in her own right. She helps me a lot with my feature film, the colors, the backgrounds, and technical stuff. So she's an important cog in the Plympton machine.
That's incredible. On the wall, it's just so beautifully done.
Yeah, she doesn't have good view from my apartment, so this is the best view she could get.
It's a good spot. It's a good spot. I don't know. I forgot where you were last time. I think you had a lot of books around you. There was a lot of bookshelves, and you were in another part of the place.
My studio. I was in my studio.
In the actual studio. So for folks who know of your incredible work, but don't know of you, the person behind it, we love to, as you know, on the show, dig deep a little bit. Tell us how you got started. What was the inspiration for you growing up in Oregon that sort of fostered this real keen passion for art and for design and animation and all of it?
Well, I was always drawing as a kid. It's very rainy in Oregon, where I'm from, and so I can't go out and play. So I amuse myself by making drawings, and I love drawing. I mean, I really had realized I had a talent for it, and it was really fun for me. So once I started watching TV, I discovered the Disney show.
Yeah.
I think it's called Magical World of Disney.
Oh, yes. Wasn't that on Sunday nights on
Sunday night.
NBC?
Very good.
Yes.
And he would go backstage and look at the animators working and introduce them. And I said, that's me. That's what I want to do. I want to be those guys that draws the animation.
Yeah.
At a very early age, I was really smitten by animation. And I knew that was my goal in life. In fact, I remember when I was about 12, I went to Disneyland. My folks gave me some money and I think they gave me $25 or something.
Yeah.
And to go on all the rides, the Magic Mountain and all that stuff. And I saw this cartoon book, the Disney animation book. And I said, that's me. That's what I want. If I get this book, I'll be an animator. And my aunt said, are you crazy? You're nuts. There's all these rides you can go to, and you want a stupid book?
She actually said those words? Your loving aunt said that?
Yeah. But the thing was, the book was very rare. It's a very rare, but they only sold it at Disney, I think. I don't know if it's in many bookstores. So now I have a copy of it. It's worth like a couple $100. It's a very, very rare book. If you want, I can get it for you. I think it's right here.
Sure. I'd love to see it. Yeah. Plus, they get to see your chair, which is a thrill. Our lovely viewers love seeing the guests' chairs.
Yeah, this is the book.
Oh, that's cool.
Art of Animation, and it really is my Bible. This is what I use to start, because it showed you how to do animation, and they were actually promoting Sleeping Beauty at the time, so they had a lot of Sleeping Beauty artwork. But really, really fantastic book that it didn't change my life, but it certainly helped me, really get serious about animation. I even sent a bunch of sketches to Disney Studios, hoping they would hire me, but I was way too young, and they said, come back in 10 years. So I did.
So how did you then, going to Disney and getting the book and all of that, how did you start to really get serious about it and turn it into the educational process first and then an actual
Mhm.
career out of it?
Well, sadly, when I was in college, there were no animation schools. Cal Arts hadn't started then, and there was really no place to learn animation. So I moved to New York and became a illustrator, a cartoonist. I did a lot of cartoons. And actually, that worked out pretty well because it was while I was doing the illustrations, I picked up a technique that was really fast and very unique to me. And also, I had to come up with ideas very quickly because I had to one day to do a design or a political cartoon or caricature. And so I had to think very quickly, and I had a lot of ideas. I built up a whole portfolio of ideas. So when I got into animation, which was around 1985, I was set to go. I mean, I had the style down. I knew how to move people. I had a lot of ideas that I wanted to do. In fact, the first film that I did that was a big success called Your Face was an idea I did for, I think, a magazine. And I said, oh, that's a funny idea. I'll take it from the magazine and make it a short film out of it. And of course, that film changed my life. It was really
Mm.
a major change in my career.
Mm. And, of course, that move to New York City paid off and crucial because, you made the Big Apple your home and served 15 years and as the illustrator and cartoonist, right?
Yeah. Well,
And
to be an illustrator, that's really the only place to be back then.
yes,
Because
right.
you go to meet the art directors and show them your portfolio, and that would have been really hard to do it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
your designs graced the magazines, and you designed Cinest and Filmmakers newsletter, Film Society
that's
Review,
right,
and
right,
you
right. Wow, you
graced the New York Times, Vogue, House Beautiful, The Village
New York,
Voice,
New Yorker.
Screw, Vanity
Yeah,
Fair. I mean, Rolling Stone, Penthouse, National Lampoon,
yeah,
Glamour. I
yes,
mean, yeah,
yes.
but what a cultivation of variety. I mean, talk about hitting all
Yeah,
demographics.
but I wasn't happy doing that. I knew
That
that,
had to be.
yeah, that was frustrating because I wanted to be an animator, but what the heck was going on? There was nothing. It was, Hanna-Barbera and those superhero Saturday morning cartoons that were terrible. So I decided to make my own film, and that's when my life changed. I did a film called Boomtown that someone asked me to animate, and that was my animation school. That's where I learned how to do animation. And then once I knew that, I said, I'm going to make my own film now. And I wanted to it was experimental. I just want to take up the human face and do weird things with the face, have it move around and get crazy. And can I tell you a little story?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, that was my first film that was all my own. And there's an organization in New York called a CIFA East, which is an organization of animators, sort of a union of animators. And they have a film festival every year, and I decided to enter it. And I'd never shown it to anybody. It was just brand new film, just got it back from the lab. They screened it, and I was in the back of this big auditorium, and so embarrassed because I knew it was a stupid film. And I was ready to run out the door as soon as people started booing. But surprise, surprise, after about 3 seconds, the people started to laugh. And I have to tell you that throughout my career as an illustrator and cartoonist and political cartoonist, I've never heard anybody laugh at my drawings before, simply because they were in print and I never hung out with the people when they got the magazine. So to hear a whole room of people laughing at my drawings was an unbelievable high. It was some experience I'd never dreamed about, never thought about, and I just like, this is the biggest high I'll ever get, except for the Oscars. But anyway, afterwards, after the screening, people come up to me and say, "Are you Bill Plympton? Did you make that crazy film?" And I said, "Yeah, that was me." And they said, "Well, come on out. Let's have a drink and talk animation." And right then I knew I was home. Not right then I knew I could actually make a career out of drawing animation by myself,
Mm.
without a big studio or Disney or Pixar or something like that.
Mm.
So that was a really eventful night in my life. The next day, I called up all my magazines and newspapers, and I said, "I'm quitting animation. I'm quitting print. I'm going into animation." And they laughed at me and said, "Are you nuts? Animation's dead. It's a dying art form. Nobody does animation anymore." So I said, "No, I think I can do it." And I did 3 or 4 films right in a row: How to Kiss, 25 Ways to Quit Smoking, um, Plymptoons, one of those days. And they were all big hits. They won lots of prizes. Your Face was nominated for an Oscar, and it's just like seemed like I think I turned 40 years old then, and
Mm.
it just my life changed, 180 degrees. It just like yep. Now I'm an animator, and I never look back.
Who were some of the folks that inspired you, along the way as you were coming up the ranks, Bill? Were there certain ones where you just really appreciated and enjoyed their work, and they sort of inspired? And also, Jim is asking, welcome, Jim, to the Jim Master
Hey,
Show.
Jim.
Any favorite collaborators as well?
Well, he's begging for a compliment here,
Is
but
that what it is,
yeah, Jim is one
Mr.
of
Lou
my
John?
animators and cartoonists, and we worked on a film together called Revengeance, which is a wonderful kind of Quentin Tarantino crazy film. But he's also helping me on my new film, Slide, the one that I was talking about that I'm working on. He helped
Yes.
me co-write it. He's going to be doing a bunch of voices. So, and I've never had a co-writer. I think I did for the Toon a long time ago, and it wasn't a good experience. So I picked my co-writers very carefully, and Jim is a very, very funny guy. And he better be funny when I send him the new
Would you?
uh,
You better keep that humor, right?
yeah. But anyway, to answer your question, um, first of all, Disney, of course, big
Disney, yeah.
Winsor McKay, who, as you know, was one of the earliest animators and a brilliant draftsman, and he was independent also. He didn't work for any company. Also, Tex Avery, Bob Clampett, Chuck Jones, they were all big influences. I love their stuff a lot. And graphic artists, people like Milton Glaser, um, a lot of Art Crumb was a big influence. A lot of the sort of druggy stuff that he did, where everything was psychedelic and surreal and bizarre. I could go on, but a lot of ones, a lot of surrealists, like Salvador Dali and Roland
Mm.
Topper and Eugenie Ionesco, and I love the surrealism. And if you see my films, you'll see a lot of surrealism in there. So I continue to be influenced by, Tarantino, Frank Capra,
Oh, yeah.
Ilya Kazan, Billy Wilder. There's so many great filmmakers out there now that are really.
Hitting it. We got a couple of photos here that I wanted to,
Yeah.
yeah, tell us about this one.
This is called Cheatin', and this is a wonderful story. It's about this couple who are madly in love, and through some accident of sort of mystical reasons, they feel that each other is cheating on them, and so they try to kill each other. And it just shows you the dark side of love. Everybody thinks love is perfect, and once you fall in love, your life is magical. Well, these people, even though they were madly in love, tried to kill each other because they somehow thought the other was cheating on them. And
Mm.
it was called Cheating. Of course, Cheating. And it's a wonderful film. It's one of my favorite. And I like the technique here. It's all color pencil, and it really has a nice hand-drawn look. It's not like Pixar or Disney. It has a lot of rough edges, and I like that stuff. I like it to feel like it's been drawn, and
Yeah.
a piece you'd put into a museum, like a Goya painting. I'm sorry, a Goya etching. It's got a rough edge to it, and I like that feeling. It really is fun fun to draw. And this is one of my cartoons from Plymptoons. I did a bunch of Flash cartoons and animated shorts for Plymptoons, and this is one of them. You can see it's just colored pencil. It's very rough, very edgy kind of drawing, but I love it.
Yeah. We also have we do have a clip or video from Slide,
Oh, great.
a little excerpt, which we can show the viewers, the lovities who are watching from around the world. We welcome everybody. And again, if this is your first time watching the Jim Masters Show live, I'm your host, Jim Masters. Our special guest is Bill Plympton, renowned cartoonist, animator, filmmaker, graphic designer, coming to us live from New York City. And we've done about 600 plus episodes of the Jim Masters Show live, which is unbelievable. That's a lot of levity, a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, gang, if you'd like to comment live in chat, that's a gift for all of our subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, or just subscribe anyway, even if you don't chat in our live chat, and click the notification bell so you never miss any of our incredible episodes. That's what helps us continue to grow. Do you want to preface the clip we have, the Slide excerpt?
I'm not quite sure which one it is. John sent them in, and
yeah. So it'll be a surprise to you too.
Can I talk over it? Can I talk while it's playing?
I think it has. Let's see. We'll play it. If there's sound, then we will when we come back. If there's not, then let's check it out. So yeah, the mics are muted when that video is on. So we'll show that, and then we'll talk about it after.
Comment, yeah.
You got it. Have a drink. Mm-hmm. Cool. That's very, very cool. Looks like it had music, and then the music sort of faded out a little bit, but that clip is really, really cool. Tell us about it.
I apologize. It's not edited, as you can see.
Yes, it's still in process. So this is kind of like an exclusive to see this.
It is. It's a real inside look at the process of how I make my films, and how I draw them and how I edit them together. And you're right. It's a musical. You're very perceptive. It's going to be about 10 songs in the film, and they're all cowboy, country western, sort of Hank Williams kind of songs. I love Hank Williams, and this film takes place around the Hank Williams time, like the late 1940s. So it's really the kind of music I grew up with. I love Hank Williams and Patsy Cline and that kind of.
Yeah.
It works so well with animation, that kind of music. So
they're actually liking the music too. Who did the music? Very enchanting. They love the music. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And Maureen is saying, look at that amazing work. I'm so glad you realized your talent and nurtured it. Way to chase that dream.
Thank you, Maureen.
And
Thank you.
June says, whoa. Our friend June, of course, saying, whoa, loving it, and loves your work as well. Cool stuff. Yeah, the music, it's still being edited and everything. The music's part of it, but not all in there yet. So that was a very raw, exclusive look before it's actually out right here on the Jim Masters Show live exclusively. So you're seeing it. Right, exactly. We've got another one too. Now this one is Trio, also an excerpt from Slide.
This one I do know. Now this one is all black and white. There's no color. This is later in the film, and it's the film takes place in a whorehouse. Actually, that's sort of the center of it. So it's not really a kids' film, but anyway, the hookers are real friendly and happy, and they sing a song at the beginning of the film about their work and what they do. So this is a little music video kind of thing. It's kind of Andrew's sisters, although the other background voices aren't in there. But Maureen McKelleran, who does my music for The Tune and some of my other films, Your Face, did the music and the singing on this one. So it's this is a fun part. This is fun. Since there's no color on it, you'll see through the characters, so it looks like it's transparent, but that'll be fixed when you put the color on.
That's cool. So so that's the next step, is adding the color for you.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at that now. That is Trio, part of Slide, just a little excerpt. You're getting some exclusive behind the scenes advanced looks at the process itself, folks, for what's going to be turning out to be more masterpieces from Bill Plympton. Here we go.
Check your guns and troubles at the door. Let's raise a ruckus like we've never done before. Looking for a good time, so am I. Just follow me upstairs to paradise. We'll dance all night and then we'll hit the sack. 'Cause I do my best work lying on my back. Oh, at the Lucky Bar, show you how we rope and ride. Whole lot of loving inside. At the Lucky Bar, you're gonna have a bang up good time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Step right up, I'll pour you a drink. Join us round the piano and sing. If you're looking for a good time, gal, well, cowboy, step into my corral. Now kissing, that's Eva's specialty. I'll throw in some hugging, but honey, it's not free. Oh, at the Lucky Bar, show you how we rope and ride. Whole lot of loving inside. At the Lucky Bar, you're gonna have a bang up good time.
Oh, that's
wow.
You couldn't hear the song. It's a really wonderful song about hookers and how they make.
I heard the song. Yeah, I heard it.
You did hear
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I heard the whole song. Great voice too. Yeah.
Okay,
definitely. Toby's watching in California, one of our JMS Lovities. She goes, so do you have to draw a new picture each step, blink, etc., like when we were kids and we would flip through the pages, or you put the dime in and turn it and
that's it.
How does it work for you? Is that literally,
yeah,
that's the old school, huh?
40,000 drawings in this film. I did every one. I didn't have any in-betweeners or people like that. And it was a joy. It's fun to draw these films. So I prefer to keep the fun stuff to myself. So I did every drawing. And excuse me. And I'm doing the backgrounds too. So it's really a one-person handmade film. But then we need a staff to do all the coloring and the technical stuff. editing, sound effects, the voices, all that sort of stuff. So it's we need help. We need people to help me make the film.
So something like that, yeah. How big would a team be to actually have it come to fruition, Bill?
Yeah, maybe 20 people, something like that.
So it is, yeah.
And Jim Lujan is going to do a bunch of voices. We cooked up a bunch of voices, fun voices for him. You should check out his show because he does really great, great voices. Really amazing.
That's fantastic. Do you work with some of the same people over and over on projects, or you're always bringing in new talent that you're coming across?
Well, my musicians I've used for over 20 years, maybe 30 years actually. And the rest of the people are new. My editor's new, the colorists are new. We take a lot of interns. Thank goodness for interns because I couldn't afford to hire colorists or inkers. So we do hire producers and colorists and people like that.
That is terrific. So are you usually working on several projects at once, or do you devote your entire time on a project?
Well, I wish I could say I devoted my entire time on a project. That would be a really wonderful, but
It'd be
because
perfect, right? Yeah.
a lot of my money-making clients sort of bailed because I do a lot of lectures, I do a lot of appearances, I get screening fees, things like that. Also, a lot of the cinemas that showed my films shut down, and so I didn't make that, make that money from there. So unfortunately, I had to take a break from working on Slide and do some commercial work. I did some music videos.
Oh, you did?
I did an ad for Nike shoes that should come out. It's an online ad. It's not a TV ad. It should be out hopefully in next month. And some music videos and some other commercials. So
You also did something for Ford too, didn't you, at one time?
This is a Ford commercial about keeping your eye on the road. I don't know if you have the full thing or you just have a snip.
We just had this one, but
Okay,
I love the side mirror.
Yeah. Well, what happened? The reason of that is she decides to do some operation on her teeth. She's a dentist, and so while she's driving, she pulls out a drill and starts drilling her teeth, and it gets pretty gory. It gets really crazy. So I was surprised Ford went for it, but Ford, I guess, has a sense of humor. So
Yes,
do stuff like that.
That's really cool. Here's another.
Oh yeah, the Trump Bites. I did a whole series of cartoons for Trump Bites. He was fun to draw. In fact, one of the cartoons I did with him and Putin was shown on Sean Hannity, which is pretty weird. He really came down hard on me, and in fact, he riled up a whole big audience of hate towards me, and I got a lot of really bad hate.
When you did your series, you mean?
No, yeah, when I did my series, exactly.
Wow. Look at this one here.
Yeah, this is a music video I did.
Is this the aunt that told you you were wasting your time with Disney and all?
No, not her. No.
Not an homage to her.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. And of course, how do you not have that one?
Yeah.
What's it like to draw yourself?
It's fun. I like it. All the painters did self-portraits. I don't know
yes.
But it's fun to do self-portraits. So there you go.
That's really same expression, everything. It's a classic.
The hair.
It's the whole thing is exact. We also have some other cool sort of behind the scenes.
Oh, cool.
Like here.
Oh yeah, I love this one. This is the inside the Lucky Buck Tavern, which upstairs you can't see it. Is where the women have their bedrooms, and so these are the loggers and fishermen having a good time at the Lucky Buck, and I love that piece. It's a really nice sort of inspirational piece, and that's the outside of the Lucky Buck. It's sort of a casino, a rundown casino.
Yeah, huh? the detail is amazing.
Thank you. This is the bad guy. It's called a hellbug, who's huge. He's bigger than a human. And he starts out being a real bad guy and a killer, and then he ends up being a really nice guy trying to save the forest and put them to animals.
And these are all from Slide, which we've been
Yeah.
talking about, which is upcoming.
Yeah, here's the band here. This is Delilah, the hooker who wants to be a singer, and the backup band, her backup band. And there's Hank Williams there playing guitar.
It's incredible. Now, how long does it take to just for an understanding of this? How long does it take to actually draw even just what we're looking at right there?
Well, that takes maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending
45 minutes.
how many I have. Yeah.
That's incredible. And where does the inspiration come from to create the characters and the themes and the storylines?
Well, as I said, I grew up on the hills of Oregon, so
Yeah,
a lumber area. I saw a
right.
lot of logging trucks go by our house, and I mean they're huge, big trees on there. So a lot of loggers lived around there, and I just thought it would be really fun to comment on it. You know,
Yes.
a corrupt logging town, and have this mystical sort of Clint Eastwood guy come into town with his guitar, his slide guitar. I used to play slide guitar.
Oh, you did, yeah.
And clean up the corruption. It's kind of like this movie. I don't know if you ever saw it, called Destry Rides Again.
Mm-hmm.
Stewart and Marlene Dietrich, and it's really a great film because it, instead of the sheriff who comes into town or the guy who comes in to clean up the town being a gunslinger, he's a musician. And Jimmy Stewart isn't a musician, but he's just a guy that doesn't believe in violence. Yet he cleans up all these bad guys without a gun in a Western. How weird is that? So I thought it's a good character device to really put the audience on his side, because here's this guy who doesn't believe in even hitting people or hitting them with a hammer or anything. He just uses his smarts, his brains, to get rid of the corruption.
You know what's great too is you also, and you've been doing it for a long time, you've been educating others. This goes back a ways.
Yeah.
You've been educating others on how they too can partake in this world. Tell us about that. That's really important to you and near and dear to you to sort of pay it forward in the way that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my newest book, Make Tunes That Sell Without Selling Out. And this is sort of my my class, my animation class. It goes through the whole process of making an animated film from start to finish, even taking it to the festivals, selling it, how to do the contracts and everything. So it has the artistic side and the business side, which are both very important. But yeah, I do lectures at a lot of colleges, universities, and art studios. I've done it at Disney, I've done it at DreamWorks, I've done it at Leica, Blue Sky. I've come in and talked to their animators. So, but I don't know how serious they take me, because they think, oh, he's that independent guy. He doesn't know computers. He doesn't do animation by computer. So in a lot of ways, I'm sort of a throwback, old school. And I think a lot of the young ones want new school. But you know what? So many of them come up to me and say, geez, I wish I could draw in my films rather than do them on computers, because there's that feeling of involvement, really getting down and creating the characters with your hand. Whereas a computer, you can't do that. It's just it's not the same.
And that's the thing people need to realize in this digital age, that you're actually doing this by hand. Is there any, as far as maybe some of the other people who are working with you, maybe they add in a digital element, or they're working on computer, but are you not doing any of that? It's just strictly you, raw, pen and paper, pencil and paper, and
I give them a whole folder of drawings, and I say, "Here's my drawings. Scan them, clean them, composite them. Oh, there's my hot dog film. Color them and edit them together." And so I'm sort of out of the picture after I finish my drawings. But they see storyboards. They know what the story is. They know the order of the drawing or the films rather. So or the shorts. So it's not that hard to put them all together.
Toby in California had asked, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I am right-handed. Yes.
Right-handed, yes. Have you tried to draw with the left?
I have. I went to a comic convention. I forget which one it was. And someone bet me money that I couldn't draw my dog character left-handed. And it wasn't great drawing, but it was, it was good enough.
Yeah.
Also, someone asked me what if I could draw the dog blindfolded. And I gave that a shot. And again, it wasn't that. I've drawn it, maybe 50,000, 60,000 times. And so I kind of remembered how to draw it.
That's incredible. Look at this one.
Now, this is a still from Slide. This is the guy in the middle, or I'm sorry, on the left-hand side is Slide, the musician. And the girl on the right is Delilah, and she's the one who wants to be a singer. And so here's them playing a song together and sort of falling in love. But it's impossible to fall in love because he's really a mythical character.
Mythical, yeah.
Not really real, but she falls in love with him anyway. His spirit. She falls in love with his spirit. And this is a top view of the Lucky Buck Tavern. We saw that before, but this is from the top, and you can see that stairway that goes up to the bedrooms. So that's where the
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, heaven. That's it. I wonder if I can get that song and play that.
Like I said, could you imagine how perfect that would be for? I know it's as long as you can work out that good old copyright thing. You should be fine.
Yeah.
I know. Even on YouTube, it's tough. I know. Here's this one. Skeletons.
Yeah, these are the two bad guys, the corrupt guys. They're the mayor of the city, and the people they've killed when this dam breaks and it floods their town. All the dirt turns to mud, and these skeletons come out and drag them down to the bottom. So I shouldn't give away the ending of the movie, but they die. Sorry.
Yeah. But still watch it anyway, folks. Still watch it anyway.
Yeah.
That's
it's a funny death. Yeah, you have to watch it to see it. It's a very funny death.
That's incredible. So I know we talked about the fact that it's all really done by hand, and it is an exhaustive process, but one that's worthy because to be able to get what you get. I mean, are you that way anyway? Do you prefer your music coming from vinyl or cassette? Do you like film when you're watching a movie? Do you like it on film versus digital? Are you just somebody who really prefers some of the analog way of doing things? That's what speaks to you?
Simply because when I was doing my movies on film, it was so expensive. I mean, just the rostrum camera alone. Yeah, I had to hire a cameraman who had a big camera that shot down on glass. That was very slow and very expensive. Then you take the film to the lab, and they charge you for a negative and an internegative and a ANSO print and a check print, and all that stuff costs a lot of money. And then you do the sound, and you all work on tape, recording tape, and that's expensive, and everything is expensive on the old style. But once I turned digital around 2005, I think the Guard Dog film was the first one that I did that was New School. I was so happy. I saved so much money. It used to be like 70%, 75% of my costs went to the technical side. Now maybe 10% of the technical side. So thank God I can do that, because I can make so many more movies now, and they go faster and cleaner, and I'm really happy that it's digital. I mean, I know Tarantino loves the old celluloid and old filmmaking, but I don't have the money that Quentin has.
Mm, mm. That's really, really incredible. And it's fantastic. Welcome, Vincent. Vincent is here, 19-year-old kid, want to be an actor. I might love it, guys. Good to see you, Vincent. Welcome to the show. And also, we've got another. He says, "Can I be in a movie? I want to be an actor." That's all right.
I have my stock actors. In fact,
Yeah.
Jim Lujan and a couple other people live in New York are going to be my actors.
This is from Vivi. Look at this. Hello from Brazil. I've been a huge fan of Plympton's work since I saw the car alarm at Splat on Cartoon a long time ago. Timing, exaggeration, humor, everything's perfect in his work. Love it. Vivi, welcome to the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series from Brazil, from beautiful South America.
Can I tell Vivi something?
Yes, absolutely.
I will be in Brazil in 2 weeks. I'm going to Sao Paulo and I think Rio, and I'm stopping on 2 or 3 other towns, and I'll be making a film about my dog, my guard dog, if he visits Brazil, and so all the adventures he has in Brazil. So I'm really looking.
What parts of Brazil will you be visiting?
Well, like I said, Sao Paulo,
Sao Paulo,
and 2 or 3 other towns. They haven't told me the towns yet that I'll be going to, but I'll spend 2 or 3 days in each town. And how can I tell her to? Where does Vivi live? Do you know?
Where in Brazil are you, Vivi? Let us know. What part are you? Anywhere near where he's going to be? We've actually, believe it or not, we have a lot of viewers as well, because we reach an international audience. Our viewers come from all around the world. A lot from also Brazil, many from Europe, Australia, Asia, but definitely from Brazil too.
I've gone to Brazil, dozens of times, I think, and I really enjoy it. It's just the spirit of the people is so good.
She's in Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo. I will be in Sao Paulo. And I think we're going to set up a screening of my films and a workshop. I think that's what they told me. So
that's where she is. She's right there. Yeah.
Contact me.
So where will you? Is there a website or somewhere that people can go to learn? So do you know the website? So she can go to that site and see the updated information.
It's Plymptoons.com. Is that right, Henry? What? Could someone contact me at Plymptoons.com? Okay, yeah, studio at Plymptoons.com. Lucas, get the phone, please.
Sorry about that.
So,
you got a whole team there, huh?
Yeah, studio at Plymptoons.com, and I will tell you what my schedule is.
Studio at Plymptoons.com. Wow, they heard Brazil, and I think Brazil is calling right now.
Yeah.
That's the power of the Jim Masters Show live. You get instant results. So it's studio at Plymptoons. Yes. Tell us about the whole Plymptoons. I know about it, of course, but tell us about the whole Plymptoons idea and that whole series.
Mm-hmm. Well, once when the internet was really starting to get hot, I wanted to do a bunch of short gags, because when I was in print, I was doing a lot of little gag cartoons, especially for the men's magazines and Rolling Stone and National Lampoon and places like that. So I had all these ideas, a whole folder of gag ideas, and so I thought it'd be fun to sell my shorts to the internet. And they're like, 40 seconds, 30 seconds, stuff like that. And they were incredibly popular. One, because they were adult oriented. They weren't for kids, although a few of them could have been good for kids. But the other one,
adult oriented shorts.
Yes. And the other reason was because they're very short.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you end up saving on dry cleaning or when you
Yeah.
sold them?
But they sold very well. They were really, really popular.
Shorts are very popular.
Yeah. So I still do Plymptoons. I still do a dog cartoon, once every 2 years.
Yes.
But I'm spending so much time on this slide film that I haven't been able to do a dog cartoon for about 2 years.
Do you have a preference? Do you love doing the cartoons more than the films, or are you more the filmmaker? What really speaks to your heart the most? What comes quicker for you, Bill?
Well, I like the whole idea of making a animated feature film, because when I was a kid and I would go to see Sleeping Beauty or 101 Dalmatians, I thought that is the most powerful medium there is. And to be able to make an animated film by myself, animate every drawing, is just mind-blowing. It's just magical. And I've done 9. This slide is my 9th animated feature film. And some have been successful, some not so successful. But I think they're all really good films. They're really interesting films and beautiful films to look at. So I do have the films for sale, if anybody's interested, at studio@Plymptoons.com. And we make a lot of money. We finance a lot of our projects selling those. And also we sell the original art, and that's become a huge market now. There's a wonderful auction house called Heritage here in New York, and they buy a lot of my films, The Simpsons, Your Face, some of the other animated cartoons, and they sell the artwork, and they become very collectible now. Bill Plympton is starting to become collectible, so that's another good source of income, and it helps me pay for my films.
So I know we talked about, you're desirous of doing the work by hand and your creations and your visions and dreams. But then sometimes you'll get that phone ringing for the commercial work, when the commercial work, of course, pays the bills and all, but you're brilliant at that as well. Do you enjoy the commercial work? Are there projects where you're like, gee, the commercials thing isn't my thing, but I do enjoy some of it? Is because what it is very special about what you do. You've always been able to really sort of carve your own path, your vision, your ideas, your creations, and it's unique. There's really not a lot out there, if anything, that really duplicates what you're doing and how you do it. And you've stayed true to form, true to self, authenticity. I mean, when you see Bill Plympton's work, it's a Bill Plympton piece. You've been able to do that with doing some commercial to bring in dollars and to, work with creative people with the commercial side. But in your heart, it's really that authentic, organic stuff that you create more than the commercial side of things, because you could have just done a whole commercial career, right?
Yeah, obviously, I do enjoy commercials. Not all of them are fun. They come to me because they know my style. They know I have an identity, which they like to do. But for example, the Simpsons, that's a great gig. I would never turn down a Simpsons gig, and I love doing it because I get total freedom. But I just did one spot for a local agency, and they drove me crazy. Change this, change that. We don't like that, and it's just I'd had enough. So it just depends on the client and how good they are and how much they love my stuff.
How do you describe the Bill Plympton style for those who maybe, believe it or not, are discovering it on our show for the very first time? We've had a lot of people expressing, during the broadcasts that they're very familiar with your work all around the world. They love your work, but there might be a few people who are discovering Bill Plympton and his work now. How do you, as the artiste, describe your own work? You know, a lot of people put their spin on it, but how do you describe what you do?
Well, it's adult. It's not for kids. It's very sexy and violent. It's very impressionistic, hand drawn, impressionistic, and hopefully the bottom line is it's funny. That's the real goal, is to make people laugh. So if once I get a good idea, that's usually a joke idea, a wacky,
Yeah.
bizarre, strange idea.
Yeah.
And I use surrealism to make it funny and to make it crazy. So I guess it's just a hand-drawn, surreal, impressionistic kind of animation of outrageous, bizarre humor.
Now, is there any alteration or in any of your work due to societal changes, cultural changes, political correctness, or any of
Yes,
that world? Have
yes.
you, like comedians and others, have you had to tweak things as a result, or are you just forging ahead?
No, I try to, I want my films to sell. So I don't want a big backlash. I don't want to cause a controversy. So I try to make films that everybody will like, everybody who's adult. And that's the only, I don't know, strict rules that I follow, is that I want as many people to like it, as many adults to like it as possible. Actually, it's what I like. If something makes me laugh, then I do it. And usually people will laugh too. They will find the sense of humor in the project. But I do have to be a little more cautious than I used to be, because I did work for Penthouse and Playboy, and you could do anything you wanted on that. So I do sort of pull back a little bit.
So, who are some of the others? Are you inspired by any of the comedians? Like, were you inspired by the Ernie Kovacs and those types of
Yes.
people?
That's funny. I was just thinking about Ernie a few nights ago. Yeah, he was crazy. Some of his stuff I saw recently, and it's really not very funny now. It's just weird, and that's nice. It's good that he was weird, because he was really trying a lot of different techniques and different kind of humor. But he did break a lot of lines and rules, and he was very avant-garde in his humor, and so he was a big talent. Also, I like Steve Allen on The Tonight Show. He did a lot of really, really good humor. Who else? Oh, I'm a big fan of oh my God, the guy who did Producers. The Producers.
Nathan Lane?
No, the director, the writer director. Mel
Oh,
Brooks.
yeah.
Mel
Yes,
Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Mel
Yes,
Brooks.
sure. Blazing Saddles, and yeah.
Yeah, did some crazy stuff on TV early on, and then of course The Producers is one of my all-time favorite films. It's just so crazy and impossible, and he pushes it way too far, but that's what makes it funny. And that and Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap. It's just, I can watch it forever. Those two.
Those are classics.
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely. So you've got a lot of cool things in the fire, which I think is really fantastic. It's actually a good question here. You would assume, wouldn't you, Merlin, that would be the case? Do any work with Mad Magazine?
I've done one piece for Mad. To be honest with you, I wasn't a big Mad aficionado, because I like the cartoons, Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. That's what I was obsessed about, and I would bought all those comic books at Daffy Duck comic books, and I liked Mad. I read Mad, but I didn't really go out and buy it. I know that sounds weird, because those guys are my heroes, but nope.
Yes, right, exactly. I just want to let folks know, as far as the commercial side, you've done work with Trivial Pursuit, NutraSweet, Taco Bell, AT&T, Nike, Geico, United Airlines, and Mercedes-Benz. Your work also started appearing more and more frequently on MTV as well, and a lot of other areas. It's amazing just the breadth and scope of your work and where it has been seen and where it can be found.
Well, it's interesting. You mentioned the Geico spots. When I was in college and I told my folks I wanted to be an animator, they said, "Oh, well, no, you know." They grew up in the Depression. They said, "Well, there's
Sure.
no steady work there. You know, why don't you be a art director or go into, I don't know, architecture or something that's more
Mhm.
safe, a safer profession." And I said, "No, I want to move to New York and be an animator." So they let me do what I wanted to do. They were very supportive, but they still weren't crazy about it. My dad was a banker, and you know, he had a steady job, steady Eddie job.
Mhm.
But one time we were home on watching TV, and my Geico spot came in, and when they saw I was on regular TV
That
advertising,
was it. You made it to them.
I made it. I said, "Okay, you're a success.
You're now legitimate. It's
Yeah,
you've got a real career.
keep doing what you're doing." So that's what it took. Even though I'd been nominated for an Oscar and all this other stuff,
Tell us about that. Yes, that's very important. And you know, we're still talking about the Academy Awards now as we speak, but tell us about the Oscar nomination and that experience.
Well, that the first one I got two of them. The first one was for Your Face, and I didn't even enter it. I think one of my distributors entered it. I had no idea. And so some guy calls me at 6 in the morning from Canada, and he's from the Canadian Film Board. He says, "Mr. Plympton, did you know you got nominated for an Oscar?" I went, "What?" And I woke up, and sure enough, I got nominated. I didn't even plan it. And the sad thing was, I didn't go there understanding what I had to do there, what you do out there. And apparently, what happens is once you get nominated, everybody thinks, "Oh, you're a genius. You can do anything. You're amazing." So what you do is you set up meetings with all these big people, you know, like Eisner and all the big producers at the studios. And I didn't do that, and I should have, because I could have gotten a feature film deal if I'd been up to it. So I kind of missed the boat, but it was fun. It was great. I mean, all these celebrities are just hanging out, and you talk to them and move on to talk to somebody else. And then I got nominated again in 2005 for Guard Dog, and at that time, I knew a lot more of the games you play, the parties you go to, the lunches you do.
Did you like any of that, or was that not your
Yeah, are you
thing?
kidding? That's
You did. Are you
um,
kidding? I loved it.
this the hotel. I think they rent out the top floor of the Beverly Hills Hotel, Beverly Hilton Hotel. Sorry, and
Oh yeah.
all these marketers go there, giving away their merchandise, like binoculars and TVs and uh, computers and all this stuff that, you know, costs thousands of dollars. But they say, "Hey, you got nominated for an Oscar? Take it. It's yours." They've muted it a little bit because now you have to pay taxes on it. If you got a big flat screen TV for free, it's worth $1,000. You have to pay the tax on it. But still, it's some good stuff. My date, who was my producer, she got to wear a $56,000 diamond necklace because she was going to the Oscars. Now she had to return it; she couldn't keep it. But
A lot of people
cool
do
to
that.
wear something that valuable. And if it got stolen, I would have been in big trouble. But
You'd have to be coming up with some more animations and cartoons quick to
right.
pay that off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've been doing this for a long time. How many years has it been now, Bill, that you've been doing this
30
work?
years. 30 years.
Wow.
But it was the 80s. So that's, yeah, late 80s. So
If you weren't doing this work, what else would you be doing? What
I
is
think
the other thing?
I would have been, I would have loved to play pedal steel guitar. I love pedal steel guitar, country western music. That would have been nice, but I just don't think I would have been as good. I don't have a great ear for when I'm, you know, in tune. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing I became an animator.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. Cool stuff. And congratulations on all that is coming your way and with Slide. And is there a target date for completion with Slide?
I'd like to finish it this time next year, but who knows? You know, it's on the whims of the economy and my business. I just have
Just
to,
everything that goes on, right? Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, has anything that has gone on since we've chatted last on our show, any of these world events, any of these global events, anything uh, s- inspired you? Has any of it affected you in a certain way or affected your art? Have you gotten
Well,
ideas
the whole Trump episode that inspired that series of
that
Trump
did that series?
and
Yeah.
that was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. The trouble was it was too expensive to keep doing them. New York
Yeah.
Times ones that had bought them, and they were wonderful. They stood by me and protected
Yeah.
me when I got all this bad stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just directly finish the film, make
Do
it.
that.
That's all I got going.
Absolutely right. This has been terrific, my friend. Really enjoyable conversation to
Good.
update us on the incredible things you're working on and refresh the memory for those who are learning about you and your background and the early beginnings. Mr. George Burns joining us this evening as well. And he had said, you knocked it out of the park, kiddo. Never got a chance to work with George, huh?
That's incredible.
I says, yeah, huh? He's got a cigar and he's all decked out, and he just wanted to say, keep up the good work.
Okay, I will.
You've got God on your side. Remember, he played God in the movie.
That's right. right.
There he is. This was great, Bill. Thanks for joining us and for all the time. And it was
My
great,
pleasure.
terrific connecting again. And yeah, we really appreciate it. And thanks to all the lovelies for all the great comments coming in, all the questions. Really a great interactive episode of the show. You be well, you take care, and let's stay in touch. We'll keep the porch light on for you, and I hope the show met the expectations that you had, and you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you, Bill.
One more thing I should mention: I will be in Mendocino, California, doing
cool
a show in May. That'll be May 3rd through the 5th.
3rd through the 5th coming up.
Film
Excellent.
Festival, Mendocino Film Festival. So
the film festival.
Come by and I'll give you a free drawing.
Very, very nice. That is really awesome. So check that out, gang. And thanks for being here, Bill, from Kathleen in New York City and Maureen in Arizona. Fabulous show. Thanks for being here, Bill. I wish you continued success. June, of course, our wonderful friend June, Night, Bill, and Viv in Brazil. Vivi, I hope you'll join us all the time. And if your first time is here, check out the other almost 650 episodes of the Jim Masters Show live on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. That's a lot of lovely, a lot of talking, Bill, huh?
Yeah.
This was.
I gotta hit the hay.
Yes, you got to go. Thanks for all the time. And again, it was a real pleasure. And I hope you enjoyed the time with me and us as much as I have with you.
Very good. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Go stretch those legs. Get some sleep now.
I will.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Yep.
And there he goes. The big hand. So many different ways you can exit stage left.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to turn it off.
That's the stuff that everybody really wants to see, right? You want to see that behind the scenes stuff as far as like, how does this connect and what happened here? And this, the haywire stuff is what you really like to see. It's just a matter of just hitting exit and then you're out. That was a lot of fun. And he took us in a lot of different directions, didn't he? And yes, he's a lovety. Yes, Jen, I agree. Good to see you there in Pennsylvania. And Vivi, yes, I will, Jim. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tell all your friends in Brazil to come join us here on the Jim Masters Show Live, entertainment lifestyle talk show series. Vivi, spread the word for all of us. Tell them to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. They can be a part of our series as one of our JMS Loveties. That's a very important thing to be a JMS Lovety. Faithful viewers who watch all the time, who support, who enjoy. And we always thank them with special Lovety shows and chat shows and holiday themed shows and a lot of cool things. And we love you back. Love you back, Jen in Pennsylvania, USA. Thank you, Vivi. If this is your first time here, anybody that's watching for the first time, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. We would love that. Click the notification bell. Every episode is something different. Every episode is something unique. Entertainment, poignant conversations, light, love, levity, sometimes some craziness. It's an entertainment lifestyle variety talk show where there's something for everybody. Sometimes we go into really deep, meaningful, inspirational conversations because you guys know I love to empower and inspire people and lift people up. You see that in my professional work on television and radio, but I've always loved to bring people together, connect people, make them laugh, inspire them, and bring everybody together in whatever way that I can. So that's what we try to do. And that's one of the reasons why this series was created, sort of playing off my professional work in television and radio, but also, just coming into your lives in your living room or wherever you are right now, your kitchen, or you're in your car, or if you're on top of a mountain watching our series. We're so honored to have all of you here watching live, and those of you who are watching later on in the archives. We just love welcoming new loveties to the squad. Yeah, a lot of new people joining us here. Replay time for you, Dana. Absolutely. You can see everything there. We will relax. Busy day. It's been a very busy day. I was on the air on radio, 4 radio shows today. And then we had a television shoot in Massachusetts. Just a really, really busy time. And of course, all these shows we do for all of you daily. Thank you, Jim, for another wonderful show and all you do for us. You're a wonder. Thank you, Sherry. As long as you guys are out there from all around the world, commenting, participating, being here, whether you're here live or you watch it in the archives later, we really appreciate it. The intersection is absolutely amazing, or interaction. And the intersection, I guess it's an intersection of minds and levity and kindness and all the other cool things that we talk about so much. Hey, gang, I do want to let you know a little programming excitement here on the show. Tomorrow, we've got Maureen Taylor here. Yes, award-winning soprano. And you're looking at the photo in the middle and you're like, is she there with Luciano Pavarotti? Pavarotti? Yes, she's performed with Pavarotti. So much more. She's extraordinary. Award-winning soprano and actress Maureen Taylor is going to be here live from New York on the next episode of the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's tomorrow. Then we have something extra special for you, an exclusive on Sunday, a very special afternoon edition of the Jim Masters Show Live. We have British royal family commentator. Yes, he is very close with the royal family. He is not only a commentator, he's an expert. He also is founder of the British Monarch Society and so much more. He is so well versed in everything British Royal Society and the royals and Queen Elizabeth and the royal family and so much more. This is something extra special. He's actually an American, originally from America, but he is overseas right now. And I think he's going to be checking in from London. I think it's Switzerland too, but London. He's going to be London on this Sunday. Thomas J. Mace Archer Mills, British royal family expert and expert commentator, is going to be with us coming up because there's an incredible new song that he's involved in that's going to be sort of commemorating the incredible Jubilee celebration for Queen Elizabeth coming up in just a few weeks. This is something rare. This is something exclusive, something special. And it's coming up this Sunday on the Jim Masters Show Live. For those of you watching live, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, live from London. And it's part of the Jubilee celebration for Queen Elizabeth. Now, you guys know I do have English heritage on both sides of my family. English, Irish, Swedish, and French. But English on dad's side, English on mom's side. So it's going to be extra cool. And he is going to be with us on Sunday. It'll be 7 p.m. for those in the UK and Ireland and GMT time. And that's this Sunday live. If you would like to participate, comment, and chat, feel free. Just be subscribed to our YouTube channel so you can do that. It's a gift we give all of our subscribers. And it's really cool. So British royal family commentator and expert extraordinaire and founder of the British Monarch Society. I mean, he's very immersed in the royal family and everything British royalty and lots more. Thomas will be with us this Sunday. It's going to be extraordinary. 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. in GMT time, which is, I think that's also Spain, but it's definitely United Kingdom and Ireland and Scotland as well. So that's going to be coming up Sunday. Something different, something special, because again, every episode of our series is something different. We don't just do music. We don't just do acting. We don't just do food. We do everything. Every show is something special and really amazing. If you go back and just take a look at some of the episodes of the 600 shows we've done, look at the breadth and the scope. I've been doing that myself, looking back at some of the episodes and saying, oh yeah, I forgot that was the topic of that. And that episode we did, and that guest, and that Lovity host special, and all these different shows that we've done, something very different. So, some shows out there just focus on this topic, or they're niche with that, or they're just this. Some are just Broadway, some are just Hollywood, some are just food, some are just car repair, whatever it is, a little of something for everybody. But they'll be just focused on that. What we're doing here, bringing all of you in from around the world, is not only entertaining you in a certain way, but also we're getting educated. We're learning about a lot of different things with our conversations, yours and mine, and our amazing guests that come in from a breadth and wealth of backgrounds, success levels, endeavors, and celebrity, including celebrity friends of mine who I've invited on. Either I've interviewed them previously on television or radio, or I've worked with them on projects, or they're just friends of mine. I say, hey, you want to pop on? We've got this Jim Masters Show Live we're doing. Want to pop on? And they've come on. And a lot of new people that I meet for the first time when you do, right here on the show. So it's exciting for me as it is for all of you when you tune in. Thanks for all of the Twitter messages, the sharing our links on your Twitter pages. Thanks for all the Instagram private messages, the thumbs up and likes and comments on our Instagram, all at Jim Masters TV, Facebook at Jim Masters TV. Our house for our show, the home for our show, is our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. And of course, the Facebook group we have for this show, the Jim Masters Show Lovity Hall, it's called. That's the Facebook group. I'm also on Facebook at Jim Masters TV, and the emails, and we get over 100 to 110 emails a day regarding this show, believe it or not. Some from viewers, some from guests, some from PR people and agents, managers, other people that are inquiring. Some are potential sponsors who would like to support the show and have us be a sponsor of what we're doing here. So we get about 110 emails a day. So I have some folks that try to help out and keeping up with all of that. But thanks for all of the comments and the levity, and we're growing this thing together, gang. It takes a village. I may have turned on the lights, bought all the equipment, built the studio, pay for all of the electronics and the streaming and everything that, the graphics, all the stuff, the music, the show open, everything that we've got. But with you here, that's where you take it further by telling your friends and spreading the word about our series and everything we're doing here and everything we've done since day one with all the cast of characters. And we got to do a show where we bring all the cast of characters back too. All the gifts and cards you guys have sent, beautiful things, cookies and food and spices and sweaters and mugs and hometown proud shirts and all kinds of beautiful things. I thank you all immensely for all of it. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode and you enjoy all the episodes of the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. And also, for those of you who are watching right now, we are working on a Celebrating Childhood Host Levity special episode. And we encourage you to pick one photo from your childhood of you as a child and send it to us at the Jim Masters Show at jimmasterstv@gmail.com. jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Send your photo to us. Because we're still getting the photos coming in. So you still have time to send them to us. Again, that's for those that are watching live right now. If you're watching this episode 6 months from now, then that episode, the childhood celebration episode, probably has already happened and you could probably binge watch it by then. So send those to us. Pick one photo of you as a kid and we're going to show them your childhood photo here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Just one of the many things we do. We have a lot of cool things we do with our show, and we like to bring our viewers in as often as possible and in the best way that we can. So terrific stuff and so many incredible shows we have coming up. Monday, Glenn Scarpelli. Yes, actor Glenn Scarpelli, he's a dear friend. He was on once before, about a year ago. This is going to be a second visit this Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And do you know we also have Cousins Gibb? That's right. They're coming to us live from England. They are the cousins and they're performers of the Bee Gees, of the Gibbs. Yes, that's going to be really, really cool. That is coming up. And this show is just awesome. Never once have I departed during a commercial. We need to have some of those. I see what you're saying. Oh, like if an ad comes up. Yes, that helps support the commercials that run in the show or the beginning and the end. That helps support our series as well. And we've reached certain milestones to be able to have that, which is cool. Thank you, Dana. We appreciate that. Jane says, great show, Jim. Thanks, Bill, for being here. Thanks, Jim. You're very welcome. Maureen says, it's the best part of our day. Dana, glad you're with us. And such a great guest. Absolutely. He was a guest. That's double levity, Toby. And yes, the childhood photo. Get that childhood photo in so we can show it on an upcoming episode of our show. Cool stuff. And again, spread the word about our series. If this is your first time here and you're enjoying it, tell a friend, tell a family member, spread the word, share the links to our episodes on your social media. Absolutely. And we love that. So you guys are terrific. Thanks for all these great comments here. Hopefully we don't miss any. There's so many that come in. Always look forward to these shows and the wonderful guests. Have a great night. Good night, all. Hugs. Thank you very much. Levity, Kathleen. And she also says, thanks always, Jim, for a great show. Sorry, you weren't Chatty Cathy today, huh? Not Chatty Cathy. You've got a lot going on. I know personally you've got a lot going on. Big move and a lot of things happening. Yes. I would love to play some tunes for you sometime, Jim. That sounds cool, Dana. Merlin says another foodie show. She's getting, with all the places I go to with our travel television series on CBS, we're getting fooded out. But I've been doing that show, those pictures you're seeing on Facebook with me with all the food. I've been hosting that show for 11 years. I know for some of you, it seems like it's new, but that lifestyle travel TV series I've hosted for 11 years. I also host a television news magazine series, and I've done that for about 20 years out of New York. And I did a radio show on iHeartRadio for 18 years, and a very successful show I hosted and produced on iHeartRadio, and do daily radio series for a television news show out of New York. And I've done that for years. And of course, you guys know I work on public television. Matter of fact, I'm going to be working on a public television special next Wednesday. Yes, it's going to be with Australian Pink Floyd. That's going to be fantastic. How many times can a guest be a lovety? They are a lovety the minute they are on the show. And when our viewers tune in, they're loveties too. Now, you're an extra lovety when you comment. And those who do super chat, super emoji, super stickers as well, they're the troopers. They're the trooperities. And you guys that leave comments on the YouTube channel itself, that's really important. Jane, you've been doing that. You always leave comments on social media. You've been leaving comments on our YouTube channel underneath all the episodes, telling us how much you're enjoying them. So that's really great. So once you're a lovety for life, whether you're a guest or a viewer. And some of our guests are viewers. Matter of fact, all our guests watch our show. Isn't that cool? And there's been some viewers who've become guests because they, are doing different things. Jim, thanks for another wonderful show and all you do. You're a wonder. Thank you very much. Did I show that one already? Hey, why not? It's a nice one. So why not show it twice? Just teasing about food. I'm getting hungry now, huh? I'm getting really, really hungry. The JMS live team is second to none. All that goes on behind the scenes. It does not go unnoticed. So sending tight, lovely hugs to you and your team, Jim. Thank you very much, Maureen. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. And I want to know how you don't weigh 500 pounds with all that wonderful food. I know. 2-ton Tessie, right? I just actually had a regular doctor checkup today, just to follow up, and fabulous blood pressure, fabulous pulse, really good, everything terrific. So it's always good to go in for, like, you bring your car in for an oil change or you get your car tuned up. You should do that for yourself. And I'm very proactive with all that too. So we just had, a regular routine follow-up, and the doctor said, you are A-okay. You're fantastic. Blood pressure is great. Pulse is great. Everything, oxygen levels, all of that is great. Cool stuff. That's very good to hear, right? That's really good to hear. And what I love too is the fact that the warmth is coming our way. And that means I'm going to be in that ocean soon. We live along the coast here, and I was raised around the area of the coast. And really, I've been waiting to get into the ocean and swim and surf and boogie board and sail and do all of the stuff that I love to do in and near that ocean. I've been by the ocean, and when we were in Florida for Christmas, of course, I was in the ocean almost every day. You had to drag me out of it, but I'm talking, that was about 80-degree water. I think the water's still in the 40s, maybe it's up to the 50s now, the water temperatures here. Tudo, thank you, Tudo. Welcome to the show. I know you're a big fan watching there in the Garden State in New Jersey. Love and admire you, Jim. Honor to work with you. You as well. Tudo and I have worked on television projects together. He's a class act. I've been on location hosting, and he's been like a right-hand man helping to produce and to get those beautiful camera shots and the audio and everything just right. Good to see you, Tudo. He's also a fan of our show, the Jim Master Show Live. Spread the word for us, Tudo. Tell everybody you know about the Jim Master Show Live. Tell them to subscribe to the YouTube channel and come join us, my friend. And we'll see you, I'm sure, sooner rather than later, Tudo. They're a class act, absolutely. Toby's in Encino, California. She's eating salmon, asparagus, and red potatoes as well as we speak. I still see you swinging in that banana-shaped hammock outside your home there. You guys are the best. Thanks for all these great comments. Thanks for all the participation. Jane says, great show. Thanks, Bill, for being here. Absolutely. I agree. You guys are really the best. Your pool is still iced over. Looking forward to the thaw. Yes, absolutely. We're not iced over. Right now it's raining here on and off. So, not too bad. The weather's getting nice and warm. But you guys are amazing. Again, tomorrow, Maureen Taylor, award-winning soprano and actress, going to be with us 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And then live from London on Sunday, he is the aficionado on everything the royal family. He's somebody that's very involved in it and has been for a long time. He's very close to the royal family. He's an expert, British Monarch Society founder, and lots more. I think it's Home and Country magazine he's the editor of, and just all these incredible things. He's going to be with us on Sunday. And again, if you guys didn't see the episode with the one and only Marion Ross, who played Mrs. Cunningham, Marion Cunningham, on Happy Days, check that out. She's an actress, an author, and of course, a beloved TV legend. She was on our show recently, and she was absolutely incredible. We loved having her on. That is in the archives. Bill Plympton. Don't you love that cool shot with the magic marker in his mouth? Some of his incredible artistry. He's been doing this for years. Renowned cartoonist, animator, filmmaker, graphic designer. Tonight's guest on the Jim Masters Show Live. That was for Ford. That was a commercial for Ford. His designs are just amazing, really interesting. It's a unique take on life. And there he is there in his own depiction of himself. Looks just like him, doesn't it? A real likeness, if I ever saw one. Bill Plympton, the legend, on the Jim Master Show Live. And what was really cool about tonight is we shared some exclusive looks at his new film, Slide. And what you saw was actually the work in progress. Not all polished, not all perfect. You saw he allowed us to show some of the excerpts exclusively here on our show that nobody else has seen other than his team that are working on that film. So that was something rare and exclusive just for all of us, as this is the second time Bill has been a guest on the Jim Master Show Live, and I'm sure we'll have him back for a third time. But he shared a lot of stuff, rare material that, nobody else has really seen. So it was quite exclusive to see that. And we really appreciate him sharing it with all of us and with all of you here on the Jim Master Show Live. I'm going to check out a couple more comments, and then we're going to, probably have an ice cream cone or something. Tell us, Jim, it's a rare night with nothing going on and you just want to throw on a CD. What do you find in the machine? Well, I have an eclectic taste. I like smooth jazz. I love easy instrumental music. I love instrumental. I love some of the jazz artists. I like classic. I do like pop, some pop, and I love Motown. I love soul. Believe it or not, I even have some disco stuff. But I really, really love instrumental music. I'm a big collector of it, And that goes on when the day is crazy and the day is busy. I put instrumental music on in the car, and, sometimes it's rhythmic, sometimes it's peaceful with several instruments playing off each other. But I do love smooth jazz. I love easy listening instrumental. I do love Motown. I love soul, jazz, pop, some rock. Yeah, so it's really a mix, but definitely instrumental comes to me first. And it can be various styles of instrumental too, but instrumental is big for me first. And then, vocal. I like choral groups too. As much as I do like vocal, I also love choral. I like harmony. I'm a big lover of harmonious. I have to. I'm a Libra. That's balance and harmony. So we Libras, it's everything. We want to try to make the world harmonious and balanced. And boy, we've got our work cut out for us, huh? Especially the last couple of years, balance, harmony. I keep telling friends and colleagues and family, we Libras who were born in September, October, we should have been born on Venus, the planet of love. And they're like, no. We need you Libras here to balance and harmonize things. Otherwise, the planet Earth would implode. There might be some truth to that. Jim, I'm requesting you sing to me next Saturday. Your birthday is next Saturday. Who is the guest next Saturday? Not this Saturday, right? It's the following Saturday, which is April. What is it? April. Let's see. This is going to be the 2nd. Well, that weekend, I'll have to see who the guest is too. Yes. I'm going to start going on Cameo. A lot of people told me to go on Cameo too, so we can do special singing birthdays and anniversaries and all kinds of stuff. We have sung a lot on this show too. We've done birthdays. We've done Danny Boy. We've done Christmas carols with guests. We've had a lot of fun times on our show. And that's what the show is all about. The 9th. Yes, the 9th. We're going to have to look at the calendar. Who is on the 9th? Who is that special guest on the 9th? We have so many guests, and it's so busy behind the scenes, producing everything, booking the guests, all the back and forth, getting it all prepared, all the technical, all the, the promotion and everything. And the creation of the actual episodes is a monster task as well. But yes, remind us that on the 9th, it's going to be your birthday. Wow. That's cool. Kathleen Walker's. We're going to have to get together for lunch, We're overdue, Kathleen. Can you share with us your favorite April Fool's prank? I'll have to think about that. I don't think I ever did one. I don't know if did I ever do an April Fool's prank? No, I don't think I ever did one. I've seen people that have done them, and I have people that I know that have done them, but I don't think I've ever actually done an April Fool's. Maybe I've said something like, I can't stand you. I never liked you. Kind of like Don Rickles has always said in his repertoire. I got to tell you something. I really don't want to work together anymore. I just don't like you. You've been nothing but arrogant and condescending. And it's just, I don't work well with arrogant and condescending. And your opinions are just unbelievable. We cannot continue this relationship. April Fools. Maybe on April Fools, which is tomorrow, we'll come on the air and we'll say that's the last episode of the Jim Master Show live. April Fools. That would be an awful April Fools, wouldn't it? If I came on and said that tomorrow, Friday, April 1st, was the last episode of this incredible series of over 600 episodes so far. Whew. We'd have to call all the guests that we have booked for the entire month of April already, and that we're booking into May. We'd have to call all of them. That would be too much work. So tomorrow on an April Fool's Day, we're not going to say it's the last episode of this show, because it's nowhere near the last episode of this show. We're having too much fun with it. And you guys are too. So we won't say that. because it would be so much work calling all the guests and having to say we're not doing it. So no worries there. No worries there. All right, gang, we're gonna wrap up here. This was really fantastic. Thanks for joining us, gang. You are the very best. We appreciate all of you. We love all of you. Thanks for those of you who have been with us since we started at 7 Eastern. We're coming on 20 to 9. You are real lovelies. You're always here through thick and thin. We always have a good time together. The show is really something special, and you guys are all part of it, and we love you for that. We've heard from all around the world today, including Vivi joining us for the first time in Brazil. She's now a Lovity. She's subscribed to our YouTube channel. She's a part of the Lovity family now, and everybody else. If you haven't subscribed yet, we would love if you did it. It helps our show big time. There's no cost for it. It's the red button you see on the YouTube channel. Click subscribe. And then when you do that, make sure, this is really important, make sure you click that little bell-shaped icon on the YouTube channel near the word subscribe. It's important. That way there you get notified about all of our episodes, because sometimes some of our viewers have said, oh, I didn't know that was on. Oh, I missed that show. How do I get alerted? If you click the notification bell after you have subscribed to the YouTube channel, and thanks to all of you who have already done that. This is for those who haven't done it yet. Make sure you do it so you are kept abreast of all of what we're doing here in Lovity Hall, Lovity Land, the Jim Masters Show live. Also give this episode a like and leave a comment on the YouTube channel. We say it all the time, but it's really important. And we always have new viewers who don't know about that as well. So give it a like, a thumbs up like, and also make sure that you leave a comment in the YouTube channel as well. All right, we're back tomorrow. Maureen Taylor is going to be here. It's going to be an amazing episode. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We love you all. We're going to scoot out of here. Got a lot of work. I got a lot of scripts to write. We've got more television shoots and radio shows tomorrow. Busy day, so we're going to wrap up. Just almost, an hour and 45 minutes of content, entertainment, great interaction, and conversation with all of you. We love you guys. Thanks for being with us. Keep spreading the word. That helps us big time. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Jim Masters Show Live. Be well, take care of one another, love one another, and cheers.